hit continue from here. Just continue. Right back here. Okay. That's not good. So what I'm actually going to do is, because I essentially got to restart the game to get the, like, I'm trying to get the best ending. So I'm going to look up the steps to get the best ending. And then, yeah, because I can't even progress the game anymore from this point on. So I will see you in a bit. All right. So I have pretty much read how to get the best ending, which is considered the S rank ending, which is, this is probably the first game that has ever incorporated the S rank. So you have to act pretty fast on a lot of things. And there are certain items that you have to interact with. And it can be very finicky, I guess you could say the word is, because no, we need to come in this room first. But if you're following this, it should help you right off get this pretty easily. So first you're going to come into this room. You're going to check this box here because there should be a key to the west building. It's empty. Okay, so the key to the west building is either going to be in this room, or it's going to be one floor up in the hallway in a bird's nest. So if it's not here, it's going to be in that bird's nest. But regardless, we're going to come in here. And first thing you want to do, interact with this picture. What's this? Okay, and right below that is a bottle of perfume. Same perfume used by Miss Mary. All right. Now we are going to both release and incapacitate the parrot. That will allow this room to become a reusable hiding spot from the Scissorman. So once the bird is out, have your cursor over the red bed. Okay. As soon as you get the lock saying that you can interact with it, I pretty much just spam square or interact, whatever your interact button is. And with that done, this room officially becomes a hiding spot from the Scissorman. Now, speaking of the Scissorman, we have to actually activate him. The one thing I don't like about this game is there's unfortunately no way to save every girl from death. You can either have the other three girls all die, or Anne is the only one you can save. That's what the S rank is surviving the game, or surviving the mansion, and having Anne survive. There are 3 locations in this game that you can first interact with the Scissorman. One is in this bathroom, one is in the courtyard, and one is in the hallway that I am going to be heading to right here. If you skip the bathroom and come directly into this room, Scissorman will drop from the ceiling while stabbing Anne to death with the scissors. So seeing as how we need to come to this area anyway, we are going to lead the Scissor Man all the way to the garage. Now in the garage, there are 3 main ways to deal with Scissor Man. 1, you can climb the ladder and hide up there and he'll just leave. You can do that once. You can use the shovel, which I am going to show right now. You can use this once to incapacitate the Scissor Man. The third option is you can actually hide in the front seat of the car. And I think you can use that one multiple times, like hiding under a bed. But as soon as you're done with the Scissor Man, we're going to come to the kitchen. And we are going to get the ham from the fridge. I don't know why you need to collect the ham from the fridge, because the synopsis I read online never had you even enter the courtyard by any means. So it doesn't really make sense to grab the ham, but it says to grab the ham, so I'm going to grab it. Interact with the meat locker. It's fine. And we are going to leave. Okay, and as soon as that is done, we are going to head right. Probably rest. Do your best to keep your stamina in check for 90% of this, because you want to be running the whole time. Because it doesn't really tell you, but there is like an element of like a time lapse kind of thing. Okay, and we're gonna head all the way to the left to the third door. We're gonna come into this room or this hallway. Very quickly, we got to do everything quick here. So interact with the box behind the shelf. She'll try to climb the shelf, realize it can't be done. You can then interact with the crate, which she will push against the shelf to climb over the shelf and get the black robe. You cannot push the box to the shelf unless you interact with the box behind the shelf. It's really stupid. I'm gonna get this. This is the second item that we need to traverse the underground section, along with the perfume. Okay, we are also going to grab this rope because it tells you to. I don't know why, because we are not going to use this rope at all, because we have a better means for the reason the rope was intended. We are also going to grab the pesticide right here. But just because we have the pesticide, we are not heading to the kitchen just yet. Okay, so we need the west building key. So it's important to interact with the nest, because that's when she notices that there's a nest there. Push the box to interact with the box immediately after. Do not interact with the stick, because she will use a stick to try and knock the nest down, and the bird will return, which I think prevents you from actually checking the nest. But check the nest. What's this? Bird's nest filled with eggs and trash. There's a key here. You found the clutter is the west building key. Right. Just rest a little bit. Okay. Now, at times like this, at this point in time, you're going to want to head to the west building. I would suggest you make a save here in case something random happens. Because once you enter this room, this hallway, immediately start running. If you hear a scream, do not check the windows. But if there is no scream, then you're still good. All right. Once you get into the main part of the west building, you're going to continue to head right until you cannot head right anymore. Like the main point of the S rank ending is essentially to survive your encounter in the mansion and have Anne survive with you. Okay, so examine the gap in the floor. Then examine the piece of wood. Piece of wood becomes a walkway, and that eliminates any use for the rope. So again, I don't know why it tells you not to. It tells you to pick up the rope. All right, we're gonna enter this room. And first thing you want to do, interact with the top section of the boxes. She's going to point out that the wall behind it. Fuck! That's new. Okay. Just find some place to deal with him. Okay, I know how to deal with him. Ah! This is why we set up that board. Because not only does it allow us to cross, but we can essentially screw him over. There we go. Easy peasy. Just gonna rest a little bit. All right. He's a little bit of a dick sometimes. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. You're going to have to interact with the top of the box, and then the middle section of the box, in which she will run over, and pull the cart, revealing the weakened wall. So she says the wall might crumble. So pick up this, I'm guessing is like a metal pipe or something. Something strong enough to break the wall. That will reveal a doorway into what is quite possibly, I think it's like it looks like a psych ward cell. I'm not really sure how to classify it, but it looks like a psych ward cell. Okay, in here you have 4 things to interact with. It's really stuffy in here. There's a medical chart on the ground. The patients are newborn babies. And then come over here and read this one. Looks like there's a medical chart. The name on the patient is Mary Barrows. I guess she's a member of the family here. Mary Barrows. All right, then there is a bag here. There's a black leather bag. The name on the embroidered on the inside is Walter Simpson. Walter Simpson is Jennifer's dad. Yes, this dead corpse in the corner is Jennifer's father. There's a piece of paper in his hand. It looks like a memo. November 10th, 1986. Dr. Walter Simpson's notes. It has been 3 days since I was locked away. I don't think I will last much longer. Before my life ends, I have to record everything I know about the twins who will bring calamity to the world. I was called in to deliver Miss Barrow's baby, and that's when she gave birth to them, the demonic children. My right hand was bitten off as they exited their mother's womb. Their bodies have fully developed, so they probably won't be able to live more than a few days. But if you read this and they happen to still be alive, please bring an end to their existence somehow. I'm certain that there's something horrible will happen if they remain alive. It is hard to breathe in here. The room seems to be losing its oxygen as I write this. The cradle under the star. That's where they sleep deeply. Jennifer, Jennifer, Jennifer. Now, this event here is what essentially sets up Jennifer to the idea that Miss Mary is not exactly on the up and up, and there's a specific reason why her and the other girls were adopted by the Barrows. So with that, we are going to leave. And we are actually going to head back to the kitchen at this point. Which is going to require us running all the way left. Remember, if there's any screams, don't look at the windows. This is the wrong fucking door. What? No. Okay, I'm a little turned around. This fucking hallways all look the same to me. Go through this one. Pretty sure this is what leads you back to the main house. Okay, there's a scream. Let's not look. Not look. Because apparently that is Anne screaming. And if Anne is screaming, doesn't necessarily mean that she's dead. It just means that if you look out the window, she will die. She doesn't die unless you actually see her die. Apparently. I don't know. This is a fucking 1995 Japanese horror game. Okay? Japanese point and click horror game. So anything could be fucking possible. Okay, we're gonna run right in here very, very quickly. Use the pesticide on the fridge. All right. This is going to give you the gold key. Let's just rest a little bit. Never mind. Oh, we're not resting. Okay. So we got a few options of places to hide right now. We have this room will allow us to lock the bathroom door. I think you can only do this once. You can only use this room to hide once, because the second time you try to use it, he will use his scissors to break the door and come at you anyway. Anyway, keep getting interrupted by that little cretin. Now, I believe the gold key is for this door right here. No, it's not. It's for the one upstairs. Okay. Oh. And now we're going to head to the left. It's going to be the second door. So that's the first door. This is the second door right here. Miss Mary, you're safe now, Jennifer. What's wrong? You can come to me. No, you gotta run away from her. You run away from her, because if you go near her, she's gonna fucking stab you to death. So, once you leave, you can actually re-enter the room. Mary will not be there. And you can interact with the cup here. There's something in the glass not too long ago. Don't concern yourself with the liquid in the glass. Concern yourself with the key that is underneath the glass. So now we are going to return to the lower stairs. I guess a lower floor, ground floor, you could call it. Whoa, shit! It's a kitchen, it's not going to help us. Let's try out that car hiding spot. See if it's actually a thing or not. Okay, so I can confirm that that does work. I cannot confirm how many times you can actually pull that off, though. Doesn't seem like that trick is going to work very often with him. Ugh. No more interruptions. Okay. So now we're going to enter this room with the silver key that we got from upstairs. All right. And here you want to interact with the mural painted on the wall. Looks like the mural. You can't see because of the whole mural because of the shelf. So interact with the shelf, and you can push it over and view the full mural. The mural depicts performed in the room. I wonder if there's a room like this in the house somewhere. All right, while you're at it, you're gonna look at these books here. To bring time to a standstill, stop the big clock at the clock tower. Okay. We are now going to return to the west building. This game, I tell you. So we're going to go to the left, enter the first door to the west building. We're going to run all the way to the right to exit this hallway. And we are now going to run left, past the stairs, into this room. It's important not to mess with any of the jars here. Come over here, get the dagger. And then we're going to wake up the zombie. The zombie has a key on him. Okay, use the dagger to kill zombie. Zombie drop key. Zombie drop cage key. Cage key is unexpectedly important for the S rank. Shut up, Moose. Moose doesn't make that fucking sound. Alright, so now we are going to be looking for the room with the caged the caged crow, which is not this room. Let's try the first room here, which I don't think it's this one either. No. Is it this room? No. Okay. Oh, it won't be that room either, because that's the office then. Okay, so the crow room has to be downstairs. Which means it's probably going to be this first room here. No, this is the music room. Okay. Just rest. The crow room. Okay. So get your key out. Interact with cage 1. What the fuck? Oh. Wasn't even on the right area. I will escape here too. Okay. And might as well just release the rat. Okay. Examine the dead crow. Okay. That's done. All right. Now we are looking for one of 2 ritual items, which I think wasn't this the music room? You're either going to be looking for the statue, or you're going to be looking for the music or the cane, which is going to be behind this curtain if this is not the Scissor Man. Okay, yeah. That's the cane. Good. All right. And now we are going to go back upstairs. And we're going to go left into this hallway, into the next set of hallways. And we're going to go in here. Not so much in here, but the next room. So in here you want to interact with the cradle. And then the box underneath the clown. This is going to give you the ritual key. But it's also going to wake up one of 2 demonic toys. It's either going to be this French doll, or it's going to be the clown. So it's the clown. Okay. So she's going to try to leave. Door's locked. You're not leaving until you kill the clown. So you have to... There you go. Just relax a little bit, and you're good to go. But maybe you're not too good to go. Okay. Okay, we're gonna keep running. And once we get into this room, she's gonna automatically Looney Tune this fucking cretin again. There we go. It's the end of that asshole. And now we are going to be accessing the ritual room itself. Which is not this one. Where would the ritual room be? Okay, it's got to be left. Because we did all the rooms on the right. Should be the next hallway. One of these rooms will be the ritual room. Oh, okay. This room is actually a 100% escape room. This is 100% safe. You can hide under these bed an unlimited amount of times and he will never find you. That's the only purpose of that room. There's no items, no dangers, no nothings. Okay. Is it this one? It's not this one either. Oh, it is. This room. Looks exactly like the mural I saw in the other room. So, first of all, you're going to come over here and read this altar book. The symbols to bring time to a standstill. Wonder what it means. We're going to interact with this you use the cane. Oh my god, stop. There we go. To interact with the flower pot, because there's a switch inside that can only be reached with the cane. And this is going to allow us into the underground section. Okay. We are in the home stretch. There's Mary, or Miss Mary, wearing the black robe. Very familiar with this scent. Yep. Nope, don't go near the fucking dog, you idiot bitch. Stop running. Stop running, stupid. Okay, black robe. Walk right past Scooby-Doo. Okay. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to run all the way over here. And we're going to find our missing girl, Lot. She's going to tell you about the switches on the clock tower. And then she's going to die. So, okay. After that, you're going to take the tunnel right here. You're going to continue to run all the way to the right. and you're going to deal with Miss Mary's second son. The first one being the Scissor Man, the second one being Review Tech USA. Okay. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's not very difficult. Okay. So once he's dead, we're just gonna head to the elevator. And it shows that he's still technically alive and will return for the sequel, Clock Tower 2, which is, from what I hear, pretty shit compared to this one. Seems like the elevator isn't working. Yeah, because we have to now go and power on the elevator. Elevator power source. You've turned on the switch. And we are going to return to the elevator. Okay, make sure you interact with the button. Otherwise, the elevator is not going to open. And at this point, we are actually going to save. So we're going to take the elevator to the 3rd floor. Yep. So here comes Scissor Man for what could be the final time. Okay, so she's gonna climb the ladder. Welcome to the actual clock tower. She's gonna run up and flick the switches. This is going to cause the bell to go off and pretty much completely destroy his ears, which is going to cause him to walk through the barrows and fall from the clock tower all the way to the ground, killing the Scissor Man once and for all. Fuck him. And we have Annie over here, but Miss Mary Revenge! So you gotta survive this long enough for the crows that you release to come to your aid with his gang of crows. And they are going to attack Miss Mary. Which is going to cause her to fall from the clock tower. and Miss Mary is dead. And with that, we are going to check on Anne, who is still alive. This will leave Jennifer and Anne as the sole survivors of the Clocktown Orphanage Massacre, giving you the best ending in the game. Which I still say the best ending of the game should have all 4 girls survive. But yeah, that's essentially... This ending, by the way, is the S rank ending, but it is also a non-canon ending. So the authentic ending is ending A, which pretty much do the exact same thing, but you have to witness Anne die. Because Jennifer is supposed to be the only girl to survive the events of Clock Tower, which canonically leads into Clock Tower 2, where she is dealing with the trauma of what she occurred or faced in the first game. So yeah, that is Clock Tower, like the S rank run, and ironically the first and only time I've actually beaten the game. So like I've done like 3 playthroughs of it and gotten 2 endings that were like, one was like a cheap half-ass escape with eluded death, and the other one I was just straight out murdered by Miss Mary. But this ending is the actual like triumphant ending. I might do the A rank ending just to get like the canon ending, but every other ending other than that is just like non-canon, like shitty death endings, I guess you could say. Not really important. But I also don't want to play this game much longer because this game is it's not fun for me to play. It's not. Like I'll play it for all of you guys, but I do not enjoy playing this. And that is the S rank ending. God damn.